Hot Takes and Toast brought to you by Siegfried and Jensen with 30 years of serving Utah. Game 1 in the books in both the NBA Eastern and Western Conference Finals. They're both awesome. What more could you ask for?
Literally nothing.
Oh, people can ask for more.
No, you can ask for different teams.
Mark, that the Jazz were still playing.
Yeah, but that's
David,
a different team.
Game 1 of the Western Finals at the Delta Center.
Well, the only thing I would say that it's at Delta Center, not the. We've had a year to adjust. It's time.
He wrote at Delta Center. However, he did not capitalize the D or the C. I added into the. Nick says, just the Jazz playing. When was the last competitive Jazz game that meant something?
1998.
Nothing since then, huh? Everything's been an exhibition game since then?
Hey, I don't judge it by regular season stats.
How about Game 7 of the Clipper series in the first round?
No, they've had plenty of big games since then.
They've had plenty of Game 7 since then. And Game 7 in Houston.
Well, just big games. Neither of these were big Game 7s.
Nope.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the games themselves, not the teams that are playing the games.
Shane says, if you love competition, these games have been as good as you could hope for, right?
Yeah.
Dallas was down with 3 minutes to go, and they come roaring back and win the game.
Yeah.
And, man, Celtics cut it close. They were down with 15 seconds left. Forced a turnover, got a bucket, got to OT, and won it.
That's big-time drama, both of these games, and so much is at stake. Now, it's not the ultimate at stake. I mean, both these teams that lost certainly could win a series, and there's plenty of times a team has lost a game 1 and come back and won. That's not that big of a deal. But I'm just talking about the dramatic nature of the game, the competitive nature of the game. Playoff basketball is so wildly far more intense than anything the regular season offers up. And here we have it, so take advantage of it, and I am. I'm enjoying it. It's fun to get out there and watch these guys, for them to just lay everything out on the line. You can just, I'm not there. I've covered many playoff games and been in arenas across the country in playoff games, but you can feel it on television. I mean, certainly you can feel the intensity there, and it's something you really can't feel. I'm speaking metaphorically, obviously, or metaphysically, I guess, but you can feel it. I always like when you can feel something happening and you're sitting at home. I talked to Pablo Mastroianni last Friday, and I said it was really weird. I'm sitting at home, and once Saturday before LA scores the goal, you could just feel the momentum changing, even though I'm 600 miles away. I'm not at the stadium. I'm sitting there on my lazy boy downstairs in my little man cave spiel, but you could feel it. And in these playoff games, you see everybody in their dress, they color coordinate with the T-shirts and all that stuff, so that screams different right there. And the intensity, you can feel something that's impossible to feel, but you know what I'm talking about. Watching it, sitting on whatever you're sitting on, watching it on television. And that's what it's all about for me. So those games, both of these game 1s, were sensational from that perspective, and that's what I want.
You feel that in your stomach when that last putt went in at the PGA Championship?
I mean, I don't feel that because I don't care who wins.
But we've all had a putt lip out, and you know how badly the best player never to win a major, and he got a birdie 18 to win it, and here's the putt. And
I feel it was a big-time putt, obviously. So, I can feel the moment for him. I don't feel it for myself. But, sure, I get what you're saying. And that, for sure, yeah. I mean, who knows what would have happened if that – he still could have won, obviously. But we don't know. But what we do know is a clutch putt, and he won in dramatic fashion. And his family's going nuts. And everybody related to him is excited and all that.
Then I get that vibe again when the 3 goes in for Boston. Oh, they had to have it, and they got it.
Oh, yeah, big shot like that, guy right in his face, and just incredible, man. That's why I'm into this stuff.
And I had the reverse of it looking at Karl Anthony Towns, because he's doing, they got all these guys who can score in Minnesota, and for a while, he was the focus of the offense, right? And these other guys have come in and been added to the team, and he's got to reduce his role a little bit. So, and I always tell big guys, go make your own. Go get a rebound if you want a bucket. Go get an offensive rebound and put it back. And he gets that big thunderous dunk, and then they wave it off. And they had to have it. Tying hoop. Doesn't get it.
I would have given it to him.
Minute 40 to go.
I thought it was too close to take away.
It didn't even occur to me watching it live they were going to wave it off. When I saw the replay from above, I got, yeah, that's why they waved it off,
Doncic did it immediately.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I wouldn't have waved it off. It's just too close.
Too close.
Yeah. It's like if you don't have overwhelming evidence, they say. And I'm so sick of this replay stuff like that.
Dragging on forever.
Just
It needs to be clear and obvious.
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily dragging on forever.
Oh, a lot of them do.
3 minutes is, 3 minutes. They're going to go 5 minutes at top. So that's not forever.
That's forever.
That's
In a basketball sense, it's forever.
I don't think it is. But my thought is, it's just they're cop-outs. They're getting paid to referee, and they don't have to referee. Make a call.
Yep.
Get everybody excited. Get one half booing, the other half cheering. That's what I like.
Both game ones in the NBA Conference Finals were awesome. What more could you ask for? Darren, a Minnesota win. Donna, a win for Minnesota. Got a lot of Jazz fans pulling for Rudy and Mike. I think this is
But
more.
not NWA?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he bonded the same way. Didn't play enough.
I bonded with him.
You're the man.
Loved his tats.
Did you get to interview him one-on-one? That was in a different.
Played one-on-one
different
with
era.
him.
You did not play one-on-one with him. Hit a hook shot and run up the tunnel. Which PK did in a media game once upon a time. It was hilarious.
20-footer, baseline. Call me Abdul.
Swing left, hook right. Yes!
All those
Block
years.
has it, left wing, comes off a pick to the middle of the lane, kicks out to the corner. It's PK with it. 5 on the shot clock. Guarded by Anderson. PK with little room. Works to his left, nothing there. 3 on the shot clock. Rolls to the right side. A running hook from 22, and it's gone! And the yellow team wins it. PK raises his arm, high-fives the crowd, and leaves the building, having hit the running hook on the right side.
That literally might have been the last basket I've ever shot.
Go out on top, baby.
And Quinn and Dennis were there.
I was standing behind Dennis when you hit the shot, and I saw him turn around like, oh, jeez. It made me think right away. He listens to the show more than I thought because he knew he was going to have to hear about it. He wasn't going to hear about it from you in one-on-one conversations very often.
I've actually talked to him several times since he's been retired or moved on.
Yeah. Run into him at golf courses. I was with you once when we ran into him at a golf course.
I've seen him multiple places. I've dined with him.
Me too, because I never would have guessed this, but he's ended up in the Jazz media room. Sitting at the table. Hey, what's going on?
This was miles away from the Jazz facility.
He's doing some work for the Mavericks. So maybe he's at a Western Conference final now. I don't know. Making the run here.
Lindsey's apparently in the running to be the new head man for the Detroit Pistons.
Good for him. I like him. I like him a lot. I hope he gets it, if that's what he wants.
What more could you ask for? Game 1, conference finals. Brandon says, hockey, Eldon, Florida and Edmonton in the Stanley Cup finals.
You know, the problem with that is there's just, and I know it's politically incorrect to say here, especially for a couple guys we got going on here, but there's not enough big plays. There's not enough dramatic plays.
The goals don't do it for you?
Not enough of them. There's just a lot of action going on, but it doesn't necessarily lead to anything. I want drama, and I want multiple instances of drama. I want one team coming down and hitting a big shot, and another team coming down and hitting a big shot right back at you. And it has its own form of drama, and it's just my opinion, so you can take it or leave it. I don't care. There's nothing else you're going to say to me that's going to bother me. I don't respond to any of that stuff anyway. I need more big plays.
You don't get hooked by the tension of the overtime playoff game.
Do you? Compared to basketball, you don't. So
I don't. I haven't.
Be honest.
I haven't. I don't. But will it be different when I have I've never lived in an NHL town.
So what?
Well, that's it. Sports is sports.
So at your age, all of it's going to
Sports is like-
change because you live in an NHL town. Come on, dog. You ain't being taught new tricks. Be honest.
I play
You're out of
basketball.
the running. You're not going to get the play-by-play gig.
I'm not even trying for it. A basketball will always resonate because that's what I played in high school. So nothing's going to resonate like that. I know more about it.
You can still be into it, but it's not going to be your favorite. So
Yeah.
it's
But
not.
you sound
you're
like
gonna
you won't be
close.
into it because there aren't enough big plays.
Well, you
How
can
into
assign
will I
me
be?
whatever you want to believe. That's up to you.
Well, it's what you just said.
But I know what I said.
I'm surprised.
I said it.
Honestly, I'm surprised by what you just said.
There's
I
not
thought
enough
you'd be
big
more-
plays.
I thought you'd be more into it.
What? Okay, put me on the spot. Fine. It's what I'm here for. I hate hockey, and I'm not going to pay attention
That's
to
not
it,
what I
and they all
said.
can go to hell.
Okay, all right, play the victim.
You start assigning me what I believe.
You just said it.
You can repeat that again if you choose. I know what I said. Compared to basketball, I need bigger plays. I stand by. If you take that as me not being into it, fine. Go ahead and take it any way you want. I'm not going to change your mind. I need more bigger plays. Now, if that means I'm not into hockey, if that's the way you accept it, I've got no problem with that. Accept it any way you want. Because thing about me is you're going to know where I stand. I'm not going to try to, what's more popular? And then I make sure I say that. I'm long past that. I'm going to keep this gig till I don't want it anymore. So I don't have to worry about that. I just need basketball in a playoff setting at the end of a game can have 10 big plays that lead to putting points on the board. That's it. You can argue the same thing in baseball, that they don't have enough. And if people want to argue that, that's totally fine. But I think in basketball, to me, do you think there's more bigger plays in basketball or hockey or any other sport for that matter? Who has the just the largest amount of bigger plays? I think basketball is right there, and I don't think any sport has it more. And basketball's not even my favorite sport.
Barry Trammell, sports columnist for the Tulsa World. Coming up at the top of the hour, our spring football tour taking us to Oklahoma State in about 15 minutes right here on The Zone.